Hello YouTube, I am Rockslayer123, and what has come to my attention that I have been building things that most people do not. So, I'm going to demonstrate a quick example just to give you a little, just some ideas you can use in your own game. So, first of all, my first problem that I ran into was suspension. Granted, some of the wheels are great, but as soon as you get to a large creation, there's really nothing for those, unless you're going to go like the stupid gigantic wheels that, honestly, no one will ever use. Like these, for instance. I've never once wanted to use these. So, I went out and I I tried different ways to, well, make landing gear. So my first thing I designed was this. What you do is you take any sort of creation. For this, for instance, I'm going to use this as so it has some weight on it, because it works really well with the more weight you have. You get some of these modular girder segments. What you do is you build them out. You want it to be at an angle. It helps it spring loaded, if you get what I'm saying. So it's pretty much just going to look just like that. And then what you do is you take these and you slap two of those on there. And you use this awesome rotate thing they've added. And you just make that level. As level as you can, really. So, from here is where I would add some wheels. I know it looks a little strange right now, but you will see as soon as I get all of this built. If you notice, I like these wheels personally, just better traction and they can go higher speeds without exploding. But if you notice, there's not really a lot of suspension when it comes to this. So when you have like the larger things, the wheels are just kind of stuck to the ground. You can't really do much against that. So my first design was this. But the problem I was having is the wheels would want to split apart. I could show you, but I don't want to wait for it to load. The problem I was having is the wheels would just kind of Y apart because there wasn't anything to hold it together. And then the top right here would drag on the bottom. So what I had to do is I added this. You just put two of those small gear bays, and then you go to the structural tab and you add some of these. This is what really, this is how whenever I make a rover, I get all of my suspension right. If you lower them down, it'll stay suspended like that. And then what you do is you just rotate that around. And it's perfect. It's not going to fall out. Everything's going to be in place at all times, and that is exactly what we need. I'll show you an example. And then from here, all you got to do is you just take two strut connectors, and you want to put them as close to the end as possible. You don't want to really make them X or be wider, because then it doesn't really work that well. So I need to add some suspension. Not suspension. I need to add some power. I'll just throw these on here for just so you can see the concept, I guess. What I like to do is I build a concept first to see if what I'm going to try and design is going to work. And then I build a nice looking, aesthetic, pleasing to the eye creation kind of thing, right? So that should be enough for that. And then now all we do is launch. I forgot why the load times in this game were so long. Like maybe if I put it on a solid state drive or something would go better. But do you see, See how it sags down on the bundle right there? What I could do is I could add a second. Now watch. It's pretty responsive too. The gear holds this up, tries to push it up actually, if you notice it's at an angle. And then from here you can just do your own little, well, that didn't work at all. But you get the rough idea of how this whole thing works. And that is my first little video, I guess. Hopefully this will be first of many. Have a great night.